Hey everyone. Okay, I hope everything goes well today. And I'm also eating dinner at the same time because today was very hectic. Hey everyone. I have no idea how this works. So I am just please tell me in the chat if you guys can actually hear me and see me and everything's good. Dude, your makeup looks great. Thank you. I know I was supposed to do it during this live, but today was a little bit hectic, and so I had to film another video first on this hair. Actually, I had to do a wig review, and I had to wear makeup for that video. So I was like, should I remove the makeup and do it again? But then I was like, nah, I'll just wear my makeup to the live. And I'm also having dinner at the same time. Well, dinner. I'm having some sweet potato chips. But like, I've literally had no time to sit down today. So I'll wait for a few people to join. I wish I could zoom in this camera, but because you guys can like see the stuff in the back. But we're just gonna ignore that. Anyways, I got sent a bunch of questions on Instagram. So once people have joined a little bit, I will answer those questions. And I will keep this, if that's possible, I will keep this live on my channel so you guys can like watch it back. But this is literally my first time going live on YouTube, so I need to check if I can do that. And I hope the quality is okay because I'm using my MacBook, because apparently if you want to use your camera, you have to, it was so complicated. Like I was looking it up. You need to download some encoder, you need some cables. It was just complicated and I kind of underestimated it. So I was looking it up yesterday and I was like, I guess I'm gonna just have to use my webcam. Hey girl, hey Selena. Quality is good, thanks. Great. I mean, I paid a lot for MacBook, so the quality better be great. But yeah. Anyways, how's everyone doing? Like I said, I have no idea how YouTube Live really works. I just pressed go live. So I will start answering questions in a little bit. Just wait for a few more people to join. And then we're going to answer all of your questions, which I've got right here. And I put, so if you don't follow me on Instagram, my Instagram is @LillianTechGuy. I always ask you guys there, like, if you want to ask me questions. Every Q&A that I do on my YouTube, the questions usually come from Instagram. I also put a community post sometimes, but I know that doesn't get that much attention. My fries are getting cold. So yeah, if you follow me on Instagram, you know that I do the question box a lot, but I also really answer to any DMs. So if you want to ask me anything, like if you watch my videos and you want to ask something about my videos or whatever it is you want to ask, just send me a message on Instagram. 9 out of 10 times I'll see your message and respond. I'm sorry that I'm eating, by the way, but I will faint if I don't eat. Hey, Jerusalem. Okay, I'm just gonna start these questions because there are a lot, and then people can watch this back in their own time. Because if you're late, that's your fault. Okay, let's get it. I'm gonna start with the basic questions just to get those out of the way because I feel like these questions have been asked so often. Hold on. Okay. First question is, what did you study in uni? So I have, wait, why do I have to think about that? For my undergrad, I did public administration, basically. And for my master's, which I just finished, I did marketing and entrepreneurship. So I would say that is definitely more where my interest lies. When I did my undergrad, I kind of rushed. I don't know if I would say I rushed into the decision, but I just didn't know what I wanted at that point in life. I mean, I was 17, turning 18, making those decisions. So obviously, you don't know what you want at that age. So yeah, I picked that course. Didn't enjoy it much, but I finished it anyways. And then for my master's, I was like, I want to do something in marketing, but I made sure to take a gap year and think about it properly, really invest some time into picking the right course and things like that. And that's how I came on marketing and entrepreneurship, which I really did enjoy actually. And it made me realize how much easier it is to get through a degree when you actually enjoy the subject. So if I could give you guys one tip, like academic advice, study something that you're actually interested in and not just for the sake of it or for the job opportunities or whatever. Obviously, I'm not going to say like don't think about that. Obviously, keep that into consideration, but also don't study law just to get rich when you're not interested in it at all. I have a question in the live chat. When are you moving to a new city? I am moving next week. And there was a question in here about that as well, actually. So let me just. Yeah, someone said, did you ever consider moving to London for work, or why did you prefer Manchester? So I'm moving to Manchester next week, and I'm really excited. I am moving there because I got a job there. And did I ever consider moving to London for work? Yes, I did. When I was looking for jobs, I kept my options very open, to be honest, just because I don't really have roots in this city in Birmingham. So it was just like, if I find a job somewhere else, why not? So I did want to go to London, but London is a very expensive city, especially right now, where people are paying like 1,300 to share a house with other people, and I'm just like, I don't like shared living. I have done it before. I've been traumatized several times, and so I just rather live in another city where I can afford living on my own. So yeah, the wages as well, like yes, they are a little bit higher in London, but not enough to make up for the cost of living difference. Like it would be like maybe 1 or 2K more than the wages in, I don't know, Birmingham or Manchester. So when I found this job in Manchester, I was actually really happy because I really wanted to move to Manchester. Um, so yeah, I'm really excited. So yeah, some of the reasons I prefer Manchester, I wouldn't say I prefer it. It just made sense. Like it was the most logical reason because I really wanted to be able to save more and be more comfortable, like financially. And I knew that if I was going to London and I was going to work in London, I wouldn't be living comfortably. Like I would be living paycheck to paycheck and really like being on a tight budget. And What's the point of living in London if you can't fully enjoy the city? That's how I look at it, by the way. I don't judge those who do that. And I'm not talking down on those who do that because I have loads of friends living in London and they are living their best life. But for me, I just feel like my home is like my peace. And I am home quite a lot. And so I feel like I'd rather invest a little bit more in my home and get a really nice place than have like £100 cheaper rent, but I'm not enjoying living there. So yeah, these are just a few reasons why I wanted to move to Manchester. I also have family there, so it's just nice to be around family again. Um, Shared living sucks. Yes, honestly, I've lived with girls and boys. Well, boys, I lived with one guy in London, and he rented out his bedroom, and he turned his living room into his bedroom. So I was renting a room there, and it was terrible. It was so bad. It was so bad. And I ended up leaving that house after like 2 or 3 weeks. And that guy, I was like, we were beefing basically, and I was like, I'm done. I'm leaving this place. And I think he was worried that I was gonna say pay me back my rent, but I was like, you can keep that. You can keep that. It was very cheap, anyways. That should have been my first red flag. But yeah, and girls, even with girls, like everyone thinks like girls are cleaner or whatever, but I lived in student accommodation with two girls, and it was so nasty. Like I think everyone just has different cleaning standards. I guess that's the best way to explain it. I love your hair. Thank you. What things will you miss in Birmingham? To be honest, nothing much. The only thing I'll miss is my church. So I went to church today and it was like my last time there. And it was just so sad. Like the people at the church, like I finally felt like I found a church that I felt comfortable at, and found like my community, whatever. So it was just sad saying goodbye to them. But other than that, I don't think I'll miss anything about this city. I love your hair. Thanks, girl. Not being able to spend on what you want and not having the living standards that you want are most important. Amen. Amen. Are you gonna move with your boyfriend when you move from Birmingham? I don't have a boyfriend. Never had a good flatmate. Shake my head. Feels like it does not exist. Honestly, like I wouldn't even live with my friends just because when you live with, and it's my friend that's commenting that, by the way, but even when you live with someone you know, there's always like everyone lives differently, so there's always gonna be points of like clashing a little bit. Obviously, it turns out great for a lot of people, so it's not like trying to talk down on that, but for me personally, I just prefer to have my own space. And another thing, to be honest, and not to sound like this big YouTuber, because I know that I'm not yet, but like create being a content creator, I need to have my space to create content in. And that was also a big thing for me when I was finding a new apartment. I wanted something that was a bit new and modern, like where I'm at right now, but I just wanted something that looked nice, that would inspire me to create content in, that I'll be able to create content in. And when you live with someone else, when you do shared living, it will be harder to create content because sometimes I literally film whenever I can. Sometimes that will be like late at night or early in the mornings, like whenever I can, I'll film. But when you live with someone, you're going to have to keep that into consideration. They will need to be quiet while you're filming, and like it's just it just doesn't work well. Why were y'all beefing? Oh, about the London guy? Well, he was just nasty basically, and he was smoking inside the house, and he was it was so like that apartment, it was just, and he was telling me I was not cleaning up. I'm not gonna clean up after you. I am paying rent in his house. I'll clean up after myself, but I'm not cleaning your stuff up. Oh my god, this wig is tight. Jeez. People be lying in the get to know each other process to get the room, and then they are super messy and complete opposite. Honestly, but you know what? When you think about it, who's gonna say, "Oh yeah, I'm messy"? Everyone's gonna say, "Oh yeah, I'm super clean. I'm super understanding. I'm super considerate," because they're trying to get the room. Cheap is a red flag. Yes, yes, it is. But that was before the cost of living crisis, so it was cheap, and it was my cousin's friend. So that's why it kind of worked out. He just wanted quick money. Never again. Facts, when you grow up with Caribbean parents, it's different. You have to clean. Exactly. But even that, like I'm Eritrean, right? African parents, they are very clean as well. But even if I would live with a Caribbean person, everyone cleans in different ways. So it's sometimes it's not even about being dirty, but sometimes it's about having different cleaning methods. And if you do something not in my way, I might still not consider it clean, if that makes sense. Um, so yeah, it's just differences, I guess. But in my case, it was definitely like it was just dirty. It was not a matter of different cleaning methods. Apartment are made for one single person or a couple. Mm, I mean, I grew up in a flat with my mom and my sister, and like as a family, my parents. So they are definitely made for most people. And if that's just me, but a lot of people do like shared living and have no problems with it. So if it works for them, it works for them. I have a friend, she lives in a house with like 8 people, and it works perfectly fine for her. So I guess it's just a matter of mindset and what you find important in your living space. Cuz some people are out all day and only come home to sleep, and it's like, yeah, it makes sense. What's church like in Manchester? I don't know cuz I haven't moved there yet. I'm moving there next week. So my one of my friends at church actually recommended one of the churches there, so I'm going to try that one out, but we'll see. We'll see. Will you do a house tour anytime soon? So this is something that was on my mind a little bit. I'm not sure yet if I'm going to do it. Obviously, I didn't do it in this place, but that's not necessarily because I didn't want to, but it just never happened, I guess. And then I just felt like at one point I felt so much pressure because you see all these really perfect um apartment tours on like YouTube or whatever. And then even though my apartment is it's a really nice apartment, I'm not gonna complain. I'm not gonna be ungrateful, but it's not the typical apartment that you see on YouTube with like lots of natural light. I don't have much natural light in this place, which is one of the reasons why I wanted to move out of this place, regardless of finding a new job or not, because there is no natural light in this place and it's so depressing. Um, but with my new apartments, I'm not sure if I'm gonna do a house tour just because if I do an apartment tour, everyone's gonna know where I live because it's quite recognizable from the apartments. So I'm not sure yet if I want to do that just because of like safety reasons. Not that like anyone specific is after me, but you're putting your location on the internet, and sometimes we need to be a little bit more mindful of that. Yeah, that's the best way to grow living on your own. Honestly, it really is. And I think for me as well, that's going to be one of the challenges or goals this year, is to learn how to live on my own, because obviously for the past year I was living with my boyfriend at the time, and now that I'm like living alone again, and I have lived alone before, but it's just an adjustment again, which I'm actually really excited for, to just have my own routine again and things like that. So I guess at that time, when you live alone, because I've lived alone before, when I was in uni, and you really learn so much about yourself and you spend so much time with yourself, is literally amazing. Yeah, that you don't need to answer more about it if you don't want, but I thought you got Cheeto from your boyfriend. Yeah, Cheeto's still here somewhere. Oh, he's sleeping behind me. I can't really show you guys because the bed is like a mess with all these hair products. But yeah, I've still got Cheeto. Hold on, that's a wig. Yeah, this is a wig. Yeah, that sounds like my family house. My mom have 8 of us with grandkids. Yeah, so like I don't think apartments necessarily is for one person or a couple, unless it's like a 1 or 2 bedroom. But you have apartments with like 3 or 4 bedrooms. I currently feel stuck in a season of waiting and I'm finding it difficult to remain patient in this uncomfortable season. Any tips? Whoa, hold on, because they mentioned this in church today. Also, I have all these Instagram questions that I'm just ignoring because you guys are asking questions in the comments, but I'm putting that as a priority. I can answer the Instagram questions on Instagram. So in church today, but this is turning into a church service now, but I'm not going to make it long. I'm just going to answer that question. She said she feels stuck in a season of waiting and finding it difficult to remain patient. And um, it was just at church, they were talking about Joseph's story, who got like his brothers sold him into slavery and then he turned into the king of Egypt or something. Anyways, the point is, she was talking about, when God gives you a dream or a vision, he will do it. He gave you the vision for a reason. So don't worry about the how or when. Just know that he will make it happen and find peace in that. Find peace in that he has control over your life, that he has a plan for your life. That plan is already written. So try to find peace in that. Read your word, read your Bible, be patient, and just trust that God has a plan for your life. And there was this Bible verse where Habakkuk, I don't know if you pronounce it like that, chapter 2, verses 3, and it said, "This vision is for a future time. It describes the end and it will be fulfilled. If it seems slow in coming, wait patiently, for it will surely take place. It will not be delayed." So I hope this answers your question. Just read the word. Honestly, when you feel like that, when I feel some type of way, I just Google or I go in my YouVersion Bible app and type in that feeling, and then it will give you loads of Bible verses about that feeling. Sorry if I just turned into a preacher, but those were just notes from the church sermon today from today's sermon. Yeah. Yeah, don't do it if your life might be in danger. It's not worth it. Yeah, I mean, I wouldn't say my life is in danger, but I'm just very conscious about what I put on the internet nowadays. Um, there's scary people out there. You never know. Natural light and floor to ceiling windows is such a vibe. Honestly, like the apartment that I'm moving into now is beautiful. It's not my dream apartment, obviously. I mean, I'm 24. I'm moving into an apartment. It's not gonna. I'm not gonna rush it. I'm not expecting to move into my dream apartment, but it's a step up from this. So I'm looking forward to it. But ideally, I'm also very much an apartment person. I'm not very much of a house person. I love apartments. I love like big windows with lots of natural lighting, lots of space, and yeah, just lots of natural lighting. That's my main thing. Windows, balcony. I'd love a balcony. I have a balcony in this new place actually. I understand. Great. Can you do a day in the life when you move to Many? I will definitely vlog more. I do have a full-time office job, so I will probably vlog on the weekends, but I definitely want to do more vlogs. So that's definitely coming up. Was just curious to see how you designed it, as I'm looking to move out this year and I like looking at other people's interior design styles. I actually didn't design it. It's a furnished place, just like this place. This is not me. Like all of this, the arts on the walls, everything, even these pillows, they came with this apartment. And I am very bad at interior design, so I might be the wrong person to ask. But I'll send you pictures, girl. I'll send you just, or I'll FaceTime you. But yeah, I'll see. I'm gonna try. I'll see. I'll see. I'll let you guys know if I can, if I'm gonna do an apartment tour. That is actually really cool. As a non-religious person, it's cool to be able to add context to the Bible quotes. Yeah, honestly, like the Bible is, there's a lot of verses in there that just apply to different situations and different contexts. And I don't remember who it was. I think it was like Pastor Mike Todd who was saying like the Bible is the only book that reads you. And or no, the Bible's the only book that you don't read, but it reads you, or something like that. Basically, the Bible reads you. Like you can read the same verse at 5 different points in your life, like, and it will give you 5 different interpretations. Jeez. Um, so it's really, it's a great book. It's my favorite book. Fact, I know exactly what you're talking about. Lo, I'm from Brooklyn, New York. It's very different out here. I really want to visit New York. And I've never been to the US. And I think my first place might be New York to visit, because I might go to the US this year, actually. I really want to go. And I really want to go to New York. I also really want to go to LA, but I think those are going to be 2 separate trips, because one is West Coast, one is East Coast, of course. But I'm thinking to go to New York in the summertime with my friend who now moved to the US. Sorry for making your life preachy, but thank you. Girl, don't apologize. Damn, I can't lie, the apartment art is fire. It's literally like, I don't even know what it is, circles and I don't know, whatever it is. But I actually really like it, to be honest. So yeah, it's not mine. I didn't pick it. I think I see this art in a lot of these UK apartments. You might be able to find something like this on Decennial, because they have a lot of stuff like this. Is weekly church important? Um, is weekly church important? I think I used to be someone like that used to say, you know, don't need to be you don't need to go to church to be a Christian. You can pray at home, blah blah blah. But I think church is important because it gives you community, and community is just really important. And being surrounded by people that are on the same page as you, I guess, that everyone comes there to praise God, to seek God, and everyone is really, how do you say it, like open, friendly, I guess. I'm not even sure how to explain it, but I will say this. Since I started going to church, and I'll say this, it took me years to find a church that I felt like comfortable in. And for those of you that want to know, I go to Hillsong Church here in Birmingham. And it's funny because I went to Hillsong in the Netherlands, in Rotterdam, and I didn't like it there at all. Because I just don't like it when people are too like pushy at churches. Like you have some churches that are very like, how do you say it? It's like they're recruiting people or something. I just don't like it. I don't like it when they're too pushy. Like this girl took my number and started stalking me for like weeks or maybe even months. And I just don't like that. I don't like feeling like that. So last year, my friend asked me, do you want to come to church with me? I'm going to go to Hillsong. And I told her, I was like, I don't know, because I have this experience with Hillsong. And like, she was like, oh, I didn't experience that at all. I was like, you know what? Let me just try it. And I went to that church. And obviously, even though it's Hillsong, every church, like what makes a church is the people. So you might not enjoy one location of a specific church, but you might enjoy the other location. And in my in my experience, I love the Hillsong Birmingham Church, and the people there are so friendly, so welcoming, but within boundaries. Like, they will make you feel welcome, but they will not push you to, I don't know, join groups or um, do whatever, give tithes, offerings, whatever it is. They don't force you, so that's really nice. And everyone, it's quite a young church, and it's very diverse as well. So I really like that. But yeah, sorry. Back to your question: is weekly church important? To me, it is. Like, I really, when I miss a few weeks, I really feel like I really miss that community feeling. And just the feeling of being in a crowd that's all praising God together is something about that just makes me feel so warm within. So I would say weekly church is definitely important. Also, to just hear the word of God, um, a message, to pray, and all that stuff. So to me, it is important. New York is the vibe. Yes, I really want to go to New York. Wait, what? You've never been to the US? Come to Nashville. I have never been to the US. Nashville doesn't sound very inviting to me, or how I would say very, like, what is there? What is there in Nashville? Where are you from? I would love for you to come to Atlanta. Atlanta, on the other hand, but I know that's just a party city. So if I would go there, it would be to party. Um, See, I never been to the UK. I do want to travel out there, but that's after I start my YouTube channel. Yeah, honestly, UK is really nice. I love London, and I haven't really explored the rest of the UK though, to be honest. And Manchester, from the few times that I've been in the past few months, I really like the vibe of that city as well. Community is super important. Yes, it honestly is. I have college friends who are from Birmingham. Yeah, well, Birmingham, it's just it's just a little bit boring, the city. I got an uncle who lives out there. I do feel like Birmingham is very looked down upon in among like the UK people. I live in London, and I found it so difficult to find a church. There are so many churches here, and I find trialing different churches so mentally exhausting. Well, I know, I understand how you feel. I'm gonna say try out the Hillsong Church there, and not because I'm biased, but because two of my friends actually went there. So you might enjoy it. You might enjoy it. It's a big church though, but I feel like Hillsong is the London one, is a good one as well. So you might want to try it, and it's quite central, I believe, as well. Birmingham, Alabama. Oh, I'm talking about the UK, Birmingham. There's so much food and music. Oh wow! Wait, where is Nashville? Yeah, all the Jamaicans live out there. Don't all the Jamaicans live everywhere in the UK, or is it just Birmingham? Because I thought Birmingham is the city of the Somali people. There's and Asians. There's a lot of Asians and a lot of Somalis. Okay, let me actually go back to one of these questions on Instagram. So someone asked, let me see which question. Someone asked, which advice would you give your younger self when she started a YouTube channel? Honestly, just do it. I think for me, and this might be good for Jay Tucker, since you said you want to start your YouTube channel. Just do it. Like, that's literally all I needed to do, is to just start, because you learn as you go, and that's the main thing that stops a lot of people, because a lot of people that want to start a YouTube channel, they want to make sure everything is perfect before they start. The best camera, the best equipment, the best video ideas, the best, camera skills, like being comfortable in front of the camera, speaking skills. But all of that will come over time. Literally, in your first 5 videos, you will see progress between every single video. I watched a bunch of videos on how to start a YouTube channel before I actually started one. And literally the same thing that everyone said is to just do it. Just do it. Use what you have. Nowadays, these phones, like, look, I'm using my MacBook camera right now, and you guys are saying that the quality is fine. So you don't even need the best quality. Make sure that your audio is good. I think people can deal with like blurry vision sometimes, but if the audio isn't good, then there's no point of watching the video. So make sure that your audio is good. Doesn't mean that you need a microphone or anything, but just make sure the audio is clear. Um, Other than that, I would just say just do it. Start your YouTube channel and enjoy the process, because you're going to learn with every single video that you make. You're going to learn more and more. And even until now, I'm still learning. I'm still learning. Like I'll be honest, I'm a little bit hard on myself because I don't edit too much. Like I just do the basic editing. I cut my clips and add some um background music to it, and that's about it. But nowadays there's creators on this app that do amazing editing and filming and really have that feel for like creative vision, I guess you could say. So I I would say I compare myself a lot. And you know what they say, comparison is the thief of joy. I really I really experience that, because I need to stop comparing myself and just work on my skills instead. But some people just don't enjoy editing as much, and that's fine. I will continue to keep editing my videos, and when I get to the point where I can afford to get an editor, I will do that. But until then, I'm gonna continue editing my own videos and try to improve my skills with every video that I edit. I'm sure you're right. I want everything to be perfect. Yeah, don't expect everything to be perfect. And my first video is still up. Yes, it is, because I think it's just, even though it's so cringe, and I hope you guys don't watch it after this live. But even though my first video is so cringe, it's also just very humbling, and also just a reminder of how far I've come. Like, I remember when I first told someone that I'm going to start a YouTube channel, and their first reaction was, "You're not confident enough." And something in me started believing them, but another part of me was like, I need to prove them wrong. I need to prove them wrong. So honestly, just start your YouTube channel. Just do it, and don't care about what people say, because I'll be real, like, not many people in my personal life watched my videos in the start. Like my friends, I have such supportive friends, and they actually watch my videos and stuff. But when it comes to like my family members that are like, or friends or family members that don't usually watch my type of content, they don't really watch my videos, because, and I don't blame them. And that's one thing you're going to learn as well. Don't expect support from, and this is going to sound very harsh, but I don't mean it in a harsh way, but don't expect support from your friends or family in a way that, for example, I started this hair business now. And support, I guess what I'm trying to say is support comes in different ways. Let me say it like that. Support comes in different ways, because I have a hair business now, and I'm not expecting all my friends to now buy hair from my hair business, because not all of my friends wear wigs and extensions and stuff like that. So I'm not going to expect them to now buy from me to support me. I can ask them to share, I don't know, share my page or whatever, but and that's the same thing with YouTube. I don't expect all my friends and family to watch my videos, especially in the start, because in the start I was doing a lot of makeup tutorials, and that's just doesn't work for everyone, or not everyone is interested in makeup videos, let me say it like that. Now I do a lot more vlogs, sit down videos, Q&As, that type of stuff, and I can tell that more people in my direct circle as well enjoy it. My mom religiously watches my videos. religiously. She watches every single video every Sunday. So I'm very lucky to have a very supportive family and very supportive friends. Um, but if you don't, that's fine too. Like don't depend on on that. I would say a lot of people, a lot of entrepreneurs will actually tell you like the biggest support will come from strangers, and I've really noticed that as well. Any tips for clear audio? I mean, I wouldn't say, what can I say about clear audio? Just make sure there's no like weird background noise or anything. Like when I film, I always have my windows closed, even when it's hot, unfortunately, because there's quite some noise on my street. So you'll hear a lot of things. But now, for example, I assume you guys can hear me clearly. And I'm not even using a microphone. I'm just, all I have is my laptop in front of me. So as long as there's like no weird background noises or anything, you should be fine. And always test the audio, because I've had one or two times where I was filming and like the microphone wasn't plugged in properly or something, and then there was just no audio. Then you have to refilm the whole thing. Hey. Whew, why am I out of breath? OMG, the YouTube question was mine. I missed it. She said, just do it. You will learn as you go. Yeah, basically, just do it. You will learn as you go. Start with what you have. Don't expect everything to be perfect from the start. You will learn as you go. And I'm still learning. And I've been doing this for like 4 years almost now. Thank you so much. That right there made my day. And I'm starting a fitness and mukbang on the same channel. Love that. Also, I love the combination because it's like fitness and then mukbang, when they don't really expect fitness people to do mukbang. So that's a really good one. And maybe you can even do like, I don't know if that's your plan, but maybe you could do like healthier mukbangs, because a lot of the mukbangs are like almost nauseating amounts of food. So sometimes it's good to see something different. Sorry. Like I did a mukbang with Caribbean sushi, which did pretty well actually on my channel. I think I'll stick to shorts first. I'll be checking your first video. Let me go check now. See the glowy look video. Yeah, that's my first video. Sticking to shorts, that's great, because that will allow you to build a community as well. And YouTube is really pushing out shorts at the moment. So yeah, I have nothing against that. Do they have Hillsong in Manchester? Unfortunately not, which I was very surprised about, because Manchester is quite a big city, and they have Hillsong in the big cities. But yeah, they don't have a Hillsong in Manchester. Emotional support is important. Yes, honestly. And I am so blessed with my friends and family. Like my parents, like last year I was not very consistent on YouTube because I was dealing with some stuff. And my parents were literally asking me, like, as soon as I graduated, basically, they were literally asking me, like, okay, so when are you uploading again? Why are you not uploading every week? And I'm like, guys, relax. Like, I'm going to be there. And my friends will send me like random video ideas or tag me in things and stuff like that. So yeah, I'm very, very blessed with like my support system. Which I never cared if my family or close friends watch my stuff, because I love vibing with new people. Yeah. I learned that the hard way. It's the people that don't know you who show you love the most. Honestly, and this is in no way to talk, like I cannot say it enough. Like I really have the best friends and family. But from what I've seen with other people as well, is that the people that don't know you, they will support you the hardest. And a lot, and I think that's the first sad or hard truth that you learn as an entrepreneur or as a creator, that sometimes you expect a lot from people that how do I word this? Jeez. Sometimes when you just start out as an entrepreneur, or when you just start out as a creator, you expect specific people in your life to really support you and share your videos and do the most. And then when they don't, you kind of feel disappointed or take it personal. But I'll say this, don't take it personal. Honestly, just don't. You'll learn that. Ooh. Did you ever experience jealousy, negative from people from your close circle for growing on social media? I don't think so. Did I ever experience jealousy or negativity from people from your close circle? I don't think so. And that's why I'm saying, like, I'm really, really lucky with um no, the comments are not reaching me delayed. It's just I'm talking too much and I'm not trying to forget any comments. Sorry. I'll talk quicker. But no, I don't think I've ever experienced jealousy or negativity from my people. I think you should go live on TikTok another time. I'm sure we'll reach more people, especially new people. I've actually gone live on TikTok once, but that was very random. And there was only like 10 people on my live. It was very weird though. I will definitely go live on TikTok more often. That's why I'm going to do it, lol. It's going to be healthy with fruits and seafood. I can't eat pork or red meat. Yeah, that's great. I feel like that's something new and something different, and people will definitely appreciate that type of content. How did you make friends in Birmingham? I will say studying a master's is a bit different than studying a bachelor's or an undergrad, because studying a master's is obviously it's an older age group. I started when I was 22 and I turned 23 during my master's. And I feel like, how do I say it? It's just a bit of an older age group. Like everyone's over their 20s, like either mid 20s or late 20s. Some people are even in their early 30s. And what you notice is that everyone has a job, everyone's got responsibilities, and everyone's kind of just there to get their degree and dip. Whereas when you do a bachelor's or an undergrad, everyone's 18, fresh out of high school, everyone's going into university and wants to make friends and wants to party and do all of that stuff. So I guess I would say it's easier to make friends in undergrad or in your bachelor's than it is during a master's. Despite that though, I did find a great group of girls. But now we're all kind of spread apart again. Like we're all in different cities. We've all got jobs and things like that. So it's just a bit harder to maintain relationships or friendships in when you do a master's. But how did I make friends in Birmingham? I guess I would say through uni and also at church, which is another benefit, by the way, of going to church and being in a church community. You make friends and you meet new people. But I would say get a job where you meet new people as well, because I was working remote and that really made me feel isolated as well when I was studying. Whereas if you work, in person, then you just meet new people and can make friends that way as well. And then another one is, which my friend actually suggested, is downloading Bumble, which is like the dating app, but they have like a BFF version, which is just to make friends. And so I downloaded that, and I actually met 2 girls through that app, which one of them has now become one of my close friends in the city. So there's a lot of options, basically. Was the Habesha guy question answered? No. What was the question again? Let me see. Are Habesha men trash? Are Habesha men trash? Habesha men, for those of you that don't know, Habesha men mean men from Eritrea and Ethiopia. So I am Eritrean. Habesha men, I'm not going to say they're all trash. Let me start with that, because I feel like with any ethnicity, any culture, like you can't say everyone is the same. So I'm not going to say Habesha men are trash. I am going to say there are just a few types of Habesha men that are trash. I'll say that. I'll say that. And I think I'll leave it at that. But no, I don't think Habesha men necessarily are trash. I would not say I don't want to marry one, because I think I do want to marry. I do want to end up probably. Hmm, like I would never say I don't want to end up with a Habesha man. Let me say it like that. Lo, you should go live on here more. Yeah, like I'm really enjoying it, you guys. And you guys are so entertaining and interactive. I really love that. How was your uni experience during your bachelor's? It was good. I didn't enjoy my course that much, which kind of made it a bit harder, I guess. But I met some great people. I met two of my closest friends in uni during my bachelor's. And it was just good. It was great. It was a great experience, honestly. I missed that time because it got cut short by COVID. And I feel like I never had closure of that experience. Damn, I'm glad I'm mixed. The thing about Habesha men is they act innocent, but they ain't. Yeah, I get like, and that's what I mean. Like, you really can't say that everyone is the same, because even if I look at, let's say, my 2 or 3 cousins, I have 3 cousins that I speak to like every day. We're in a group chat. They're all 3 guys, and every single one of them is different. Like, and that's what I mean when you can't really say all Habesha men are like that, or all black men cheat, or all men do this or that. But I will say, like, for example, a lot of Habesha men are mommy boys. You see that because, and I see that with my own cousins sometimes, because Habesha moms, they really treat their sons like princes and their daughters like the opposite, like a housemaid. And I'm lucky that I didn't grow up with guys. But when I look at my friends who have brothers, or when I look at my cousins, like the way they get treated is so different. So different. Okay, let me answer another question from the Instagram app. Someone asked, who was your support system after you broke up with your boyfriend? How did you deal with it? My family, my friends. Yeah, that's basic. God, obviously. But I went to Holland for 2 weeks. I went to my family for 2 weeks. So yeah, I guess that was my way of dealing with it, just being around family and friends. And then after those 2 weeks, I came back to the UK, and I was happy because I really needed to be alone again, and to just sit with your feelings as well, and just sort out your feelings, process your feelings and everything. Because even though, like, I went to the Netherlands to just spend time with my family after the breakup, it was also a distraction, and it was almost distracting me too much, because I didn't even sit down. Like, I was out every day doing things with my family and friends and whatnot. So it was quite hard, because it's like you're keeping yourself busy, but too busy. So yeah, I was glad to go back and just be alone and sit with my feelings and process everything. And journaling, I started journaling, actually. I went to therapy, but I started therapy way before that, to be honest. But my therapist suggested that I would start journaling to get a clearer view of my feelings and my thoughts and my emotions. So I started journaling every night. I'll write in my journal how I felt that day, whatever, anything that's on my mind, really. And I still do it till this day. I really enjoy journaling, to be honest. It just gives you, like, it just clears your mind, putting your thoughts onto paper, and then you can just go to sleep peacefully. By the way, your hair is looking so good. Thank you. It's a wig. I just filmed a wig review on this hair, so that will be up next Sunday. I watch Eritrean vlogs all the time. I love the culture. It's just different. Thank you so much. Thank you. Will you do a leaving vlog? Um, I mean, I'm gonna try to vlog my weekend. So next weekend when I'm moving, I'm gonna try to vlog that. Although there won't be much. How do I say it? Basically, I got a moving company, so it's just gonna be them picking up the stuff and then me catching the train to Manchester and accepting the stuff there. So, but I'm gonna try to vlog my weekend. Are you still going to therapy? So I took a break after the breakup. I took a break and then I started again last week actually. Um, and yeah, I'm really enjoying it. I'm really enjoying it. It's just expensive. Therapy is expensive, which is why I took a break over like the holiday period. Um, but yeah, now I started back up again, and I wanted to start back up again because I just feel like I wanted to start this year off right. Like even though I'm doing good, I wanted like support to, how do you say it? Like some of my goals for this year, for example, is first of all stop people pleasing, putting myself first, learning how to be alone again, or not alone. Let me say it like this: learning how to be single again, because I've never been single in my adult life, and I just felt like I wanted support, you know, going into this new phase of my life. So yeah, I would say, and I was speaking to my friend about this 2 days ago, and we were just talking about therapy and stuff, and we were like, honestly, I don't think therapy ever ends. And I think everyone should go to therapy, even if you're happy. Like, it's just great. Like, just being able to talk about everything and anything that you want without being judged or anything is just great. You should never let any relationship hit you that hard. Once you learn people are going to come in and out of your life, you'll live way better. I agree, but also it's not that easy. It's not that black and white. And that mindset kind of feeds into this careless generation that we're in now, which I really don't like, because I'm very much a caring person. I'm very much, when I love hard, and I'm not someone that's like gonna act unbothered or like I don't care or whatever. Um and I feel like everyone should experience love. And you know, this is also part of love and being in relationships and stuff like that. Breakups are part of life. Like it's not the end of the world. It's really not. Um and you learn so much, so much. And you know, sometimes the endings of relationships, they're not necessarily a bad thing because they might have a really positive impact on both people. So I definitely don't think it's a bad thing. It's just part of life. Same thing as death. Like death is a part of life, and you really, there's some cultures that celebrate, like instead of having like a very sad instead of having a very sad and dark funeral, they'll have like a funeral, but it will be with music and dancing because they're celebrating the life of the person. And it's just accepting that death is a part of life, and things like breakups, down moments in your life, everything is part of life. And I think if you think like that, you'll live way better. Where are you moving to? I am moving to Manchester next week. I think she was in a long-term relationship, so it's not that easy. Yeah, that as well. Like we were in a long-term relationship. I think therapy is cool, but talking to people going through the same thing helps too. Yeah, definitely. But I think in my case, I didn't really know anyone that was going through the same thing. Um, which is not just relationship, by the way. I started therapy way before my breakup because I was dealing with other stuff as well. And therapy is just, yeah, it's just great. It really is just great. for me personally, I can't talk to people about it because I have trust issues. Yeah, but that's another thing why I really enjoy therapy, because they're not like, you don't have to worry about trust issues and things like that, because a therapist is literally a stranger. You can tell them your biggest crush or your biggest enemy or whatever, and they don't know those people, so it really doesn't even matter. How did you realize you were a people pleaser? I think I'm one. Um, how do you realize you were a people pleaser? Because I can't say no to people. I don't know. I had to think about that so much. I cannot say no to people. My family, literally anyone. I can't say no to people, and I always put others first. And even if I don't want to do it, sorry guys, this week is so tight. Jesus. Even if I don't want to do it, I still do it, because to make the other person happy, I will still do it. And that is people pleasing. Lillian, I like where you are going, pet, on that. I don't know what that means. Will you come to Birmingham? Will you come back to visit Birmingham? I don't know. I don't really have anything here to do, so I don't know why I would come back to visit, but I will come back for my graduation. I went through a lot in my life with losing people for me, going through depression, anxiety, etc. And once I realized nobody's going to care until you stay caring about yourself. Honestly, and I was watching something, was it on TikTok yesterday or something like that? Like, don't expect people to save you, to pick you up. And that sounds really harsh. And I don't mean to sound harsh. Like, obviously, like, definitely, if you have a support system, don't be scared to reach out and stuff. But what I mean is that they can be there for emotional support, but when it comes to changing your life, you are the only one that can change your life. No one else can do that for you. You are the only one that can take the action to change your life. So if you don't like certain things in your life, and there was this thing that I saw, like a quote or a little chart that said, this is the problem. Can you do something about it? If yes, then take action. Stop worrying and take action. If no, then stop worrying, because it's not going to change. So it's like, if you're not happy with something in your life, the only person responsible is you. If you can change something, if you can do something about it. For example, I've gained weight and I'm not too happy about it. But I'm not gonna say I'm fat or whatever, like nothing like that. But I would like to see my body toned up a little bit more. But I'm not even working out. I haven't worked out in years. So can I really complain about this? Can I really be stressing about my body and stuff like that? No, because I'm not doing anything about it. And if I want to change that, I have to start doing something about it. I have to eat healthier. I have to work out and things like that. This is just a very plain and shallow or superficial example, but you guys get the point. What is your sign? Let me say this. Your vibe is giving me Cancer or Libra. Your vibe is wrong. Oh no, you're talking about my vibe. Your intuition is wrong. I'm a Scorpio. I'm glad you did the video about mental health, especially as a Habesha. We don't talk about this enough in our community. Honestly, it's so true. It's so true. And I got a lot of people in real life and people on Instagram actually like messaging me about that video. And I didn't expect that at all. But yeah, it was a good video, even for me. Like I kind of felt relieved after that video. I have a video talking about abuse in relationship. Please, I am begging you to please watch it, and can you share it if you like it, please? Okay, I'll watch that later. I asked a question on your poll about self-forgiveness. Do you remember it? When did you ask me this? because I have all the answers. I have all the questions here, but I haven't been able to go through it. Oh, I don't see it here. Oh yeah, found it. Let me um read your question. Let me read your question. How do you practice self-forgiveness, not being so hard on yourself in order to heal? Now, it's funny that you asked this because that's how I feel right now. And I don't know if I can answer your question properly, but not being so hard on yourself, I think that's my biggest thing right now. I'm very hard on myself, and I'm trying not to be so hard on myself. And I think one way that really helps me is, would you talk like this, or would you think like this if it was your friend or your sister or whatever, so just ask yourself, what would you tell your friend if she was in this situation, or if she did this? What would you tell them? And there's your answer. Like, we really are so hard on ourselves sometimes, when it's like we're literally doing the best that we can every single day. And sometimes doing your best can mean watching Netflix all day and resting, because we also need rest, and rest is also productive. And that's one thing that I needed to learn, and that I am still learning, because I always felt so guilty when I'm sitting on the sofa watching Netflix. Like, I always felt like, especially because I do so many things, like I have a YouTube channel, I have a hair business, I was at the time studying and working as well. And it's just like I do so many things. So when I'm sitting on the sofa watching Netflix or doing nothing, I'm like, why am I not making use of my time when I have so many things to do? But you need to understand that you need to rest in order to do the other things and to keep those things up. So yeah, resting is very important, but self-forgiveness, I struggle with that. So I'm not sure what I can tell you about that. I don't have the answer yet, but when I have the answer, I will share it. Are you nervous about your grad ceremony? Oh no, why would I be nervous? Like, I already did it. I don't need to perform anymore. Unless they're gonna ask me like a question about what I learned or whatever. But no, I'm not nervous at all. I cannot wait, actually. And it's in summertime. Like, why is it so far away? It's annoying me, actually. I wish it was sooner. And if you really want to get toned, I'll help you. Thank you. Could we collab? We both thinking on same things in life. I'm sure we can. I thought you already graduated. Yeah, so I graduated, but I finished basically. I graduated, but the graduation ceremony isn't until summer, which is crazy, I know, because I handed in my dissertation in October, the first week of October. I received my official result list in December, but then like the graduation ceremony isn't until June or July or something like that, which is very late. Oh, someone's saying frozen. Am I frozen? Is my Wi-Fi tripping? Now you are back. Okay. That's around my birthday. Yeah. Oops. Okay. I think I'm gonna do one more question. Um, what else do we have here? Okay, someone asked. Oh my God, these. I'm not trying to. I don't want to talk too much about relationship stuff, guys. What do you hope a new city will bring you? I think that's a beautiful question. What do I hope a new city will bring me? I'm moving to Manchester next week, for those of you that are just joining, which is a new city. I never really went there. Like, I went there like 13 years ago, 2010, I think it was. or 2011. I went there. So I was like young. I was like 12 or 13. So I don't even remember much about it, but I have family there. So that was very exciting. Um, what I hope a new city will bring me is just new beginnings, a fresh start. I'm hoping to meet new people. I'm hoping to really find myself. How do you say it? Like, sometimes I feel like I don't really have a home, as in a city that I can call home. So I really hope that I can find my home in Manchester, that I really feel comfortable and at home there. Um, and yeah, like I said, just meeting new people, new beginnings, new job, new everything. How do you balance between Eritrean way of life while you are raised and living as Dutch? Let me just drink because my mouth is getting dry. Okay, how do I balance? I think a lot of it has to do with the way you were raised. So a lot of the balancing was done by my parents. Um, they made sure that obviously we went to school, so that was very much like the Dutch culture and stuff like that. But at home, they also incorporated the Eritrean culture. So things like, I don't know, food, music. My parents also made sure to take me and my sister to like Eritrean community gatherings, like on Independence Day and things like that. They will take us to weddings, birthday parties. Like, they made sure that we were very involved with the Eritrean community. So my group of friends that I've been friends with since like young is actually all Eritreans. And our parents are also, most of them are also friends. So yeah, I kind of, even though I was raised in the Netherlands and born there, I was also very much raised with my culture and my Eritrean culture and those things. And I also went back home a lot. Like I went back home. At one point, we were going back home every other year, and then I went. So when I went in 2014, I didn't go for 5 years until 2019, and then 2019 was the last time I went when I did the Eritrea vlog as well. This was lit. I really do hope you pop on at least once weekly. Thank you. Thanks, guys. Like I'm really enjoying this. I honestly, I didn't expect this many people to be interacting with me in the live chat and stuff. So I really want to say thank you to all of you guys that have joined this live and that are asking me questions and stuff. Are you living in UK? Yes, I am. Cheeto is saying hi in the back. Cheety. Okay, he's going to his bed. Are you planning on going to Eritrea soon? You know what? My family and friends were asking if I was going this year, but I'm not going this year because obviously my graduation ceremony being in the summer and also with my new job. Like, now that I have an adult job, basically full-time job, I have 21 paid holidays, and this year I want to travel a lot more, so I didn't want to use them all up for going to Eritrea. So next year I do want to plan on going. Please don't say that you can make anywhere home. Yeah, I know I can make anywhere home, but like, you still want to, like, in this city that I am now, Birmingham, I don't feel like this is my home, or that I couldn't see myself living here for the next few years. Do you plan to stay in Manchester or move again? Yeah, so I plan to stay in Manchester for the next few years at least. I'm very much like, I'll see where life takes me. I'm not too pressured about where I am. Your energy will bring you everything. You got this. Thank you so much. That's such a kind comment. Thank you for answering my question. No problem. I am born and raised in Germany, but I never really had Habesha friends, unfortunately. But thankfully, I have my cousin. Honestly, cousins can be your friends, and I think in my case, in my friend group, there are about 3 pairs of cousins. So it honestly makes sense. I wish the Africans and African American got along out here. Shaking my head. We missed out on a lot of things. I'm sorry you had to experience that. See, here in Europe, we don't really have, how do you call it? And I think that's a history thing, obviously, but everyone knows where they're from. Let me say it like that. Because African Americans, obviously they're Africans, but they don't know where they're from. We don't have that thing here in Holland in Europe. So every black person, or almost every, unless you don't know your parents, of course, but every black person knows what country they come from, or 99% of them do. So you don't really have that African versus African American thing. But you still, even though there's still a lot of, maybe I wouldn't say conflict, but some African cultures still very much clash. You should try TikTok lives too, especially when you're doing makeup and getting ready. I understand that it's awkward, but I'm sure you could reach a lot of new people through your content. Yes, I definitely will. I definitely will, girl. Thank you. Thank you for the tip. Tip: when you're at home, make sure you use cable internet and not Wi-Fi. That makes it more stable. I still see some glitches with your internet. Um, I don't know, because you're the only one that's saying this. So I'm not sure if it's my Wi-Fi or yours. But if all of you guys are seeing me glitch and stuff, please let me know. Because also I canceled my Wi-Fi since, well, it's gonna be canceled from next week, so when I move out. But since I called them to cancel, I feel like the Wi-Fi's been acting weird. What made you choose UK for study? I've always wanted to go to the UK since I was young. I've always loved the UK, so I was like, studying in the UK is the perfect way to try out if I like the country, and I do. I'm African American, but my mother is Jamaican. My father is Haitian. Could you imagine fully stopping to work and do social media only? Girl, I can not only imagine, I dream it. I dream that stuff. No, honestly, this year I really want to be more consistent with my content again. I really, really want to take my content to the next level. I really want, I just want to do that. I just want to be consistent with my content. I want to be more active on TikTok and YouTube. Instagram is just going to be a stories thing. I don't really care about the feed anymore, because Instagram, that algorithm is just so annoying. Like, was it yesterday or the day before, I posted a reel and it got like 500 views. And I have like almost 7,000 followers on Instagram. So it's just like they're not showing my content to my followers. Then what's the point of being on Instagram if they're not showing my followers the content? I don't know why stuff like that goes on. We should get along. Yeah, I know, but that's life. Instagram is on some bullshit. Honestly, Instagram, I gave up with that app. So I just repost content on there. Like sometimes I'll repost my TikToks as reels. Would you be open to moving back to the Netherlands? I'm gonna say never, but if I would have to give an answer now, I would not move there now. The only reason I would move there is for my family and my friends, but other than that, I don't really see myself growing in that country. Maybe if I'd have kids, I'd go back to settle and raise my kids. You definitely have the potential. Keep doing you. I can see you go much bigger than this. Thank you so much. Like, I really appreciate it when you guys send me these type of comments and in my DMs as well. Like, I really, really appreciate it, because it's just crazy to me that complete strangers have so much faith in me and my potential. And that just makes me so happy. So happy. Once I get off of here, I'll follow you. Yes, you guys have to follow me on Instagram, on TikTok at Lillian's Egg Guy. What other apps? I'm not really active on other apps. That is where your sales are for your hair items. What do you mean? On Instagram, my TikTok is trying. No, follow me on both. Follow me on both. Because I'll go live on TikTok as well. I'm just looking at the questions. Okay, I'm going to finish it off with this question. What do you look forward to the most in 2023? What I look forward to the most 2023, traveling. I really want to travel more this year. And what else do I look forward to? Growing my channel, growing my content, my YouTube, my TikTok, growing my hair business. That's one of them as well. I think those are the three main things: travel, online content, and my hair business. Those are my three goals. I look forward to making more memories this year. I look forward to traveling this year. And I look forward to achieving all my goals and to being alive and healthy and wealthy. Instagram still for products are going through the roof. Oh, yeah, true. You should do some Habesha content too. You see, with that, I used to do quite some Habesha content, especially on YouTube, but now I don't do it that much anymore because I noticed that at the start, when I first started my YouTube channel and when I did those Eritrea vlogs, I got a lot of subscribers from those vlogs because they wanted Habesha content. But then when I would do, like, I don't know, a makeup video or a wig review, it wouldn't get as much engagement because those people didn't come for that content. They came for Habesha content. And I just didn't want that. I didn't want to be known for Habesha content. I wanted to be known for just being me, like everything, not just that part, basically. And I think being Habesha is part of my life. Like being Eritrean is part of my life. So in my vlogs, you might see me listen to some Habesha music, or you might see me wear our traditional clothing or stuff like that. Like, just, it will just be organically in my content, not like full videos on my culture. Do you follow back? Last question. Yes, I'll follow you back. I just want to grow, period, and shout out to you. I could see you growing. Thank you. We can all grow together, you guys. There's enough space for all of us. So I'm never, if any of you want any advice, I mean, I'm not the biggest YouTuber, but if any of you want any advice on anything, really, anything, just send me a message on Instagram and I'll try to help you to my best knowledge, experience, whatever it is. So on that note, I'm going to end this live. It's been an hour and a half. Thank you all so much, so much for tuning in. I really appreciate every single one of you, all of you that are interacting, sending me, like, writing in the live chat, talking to me. Like, I really appreciate your support. And all I can say is you will see a lot more of me this year, and I will definitely be live more because this was really fun. This was more fun than going live on Instagram or TikTok. So I will definitely be live again. But I'll definitely announce it before I go live, just how I did with this one. In the meantime, go on follow me on TikTok and follow me on Instagram because I go live there unannounced sometimes. Sorry. How old are you? I am 24. Great. Thank you guys so much. I love you guys. Thank you for the support. Thank you for chatting with me and catching up. And yeah, like I said, make sure to follow me on my socials. I'll type it in the chat, but you guys can find it if you type in my name. That's my username on Instagram and TikTok. So make sure to follow me. Thank you guys. I hope you have an amazing rest of your Sunday. If it's evening, have a good night where you are. If it's morning, have a great Sunday. And I will catch you guys in my next video, which is going to be up next Sunday. Looking forward to see your content. Thanks, girl. All right, you guys, I'm going to let you go. Love you guys. God bless and have an amazing day. Bye, everyone.